Okay, seventh grade, we are so close to the end of the chapter. This is lesson 7, all about solving inequalities with multiplication or division. And I know what you're thinking. I know how to do this. This is very easy. I did great in lesson 6. Yes, I believe you. But guys, there's something quirky about multiplying and dividing, of course, right? So I need you to pay attention, need to take good notes because there's something that happens and we're going to just start off with that note right away. Okay, so let's jump into this. Let's start with our notes. Here it is. This is the real deal. When solving inequalities, if we multiply or divide by a negative number, that was supposed to be cool and dramatic. It was neither. We have to remember to flip the inequality sign. For real. This part, it is so easy to do, but it's even easier to forget. So you need to be on the lookout. If we are multiplying or dividing by a negative number to solve this problem, we have to flip the inequality sign. Okay? Copy it, let it sink in. Make sure you know how important that is. Let's do some examples. First one. I've got a part A, a part B, then I got a bonus problem for you to take a look at. So we've got the problem 15p. Wow, my lines are terrible. Oh my goodness. Negative 15p is less than or equal to 30. So what do we do to solve this? We have to divide both sides by negative 15 because we have to get that p all by itself. Divide both sides by negative 15. Do you see what I'm doing here, guys? I am dividing both sides by a negative. And what that means is we have to remember, we get our p all by itself, and we have to take this inequality sign and flip it right away. Don't write it the wrong way, just right away. Take it, it's less than or equal to, flip it, make it greater than or equal to, and then do your division. A positive divided by a negative is a negative. 30 divided by 15 is 2. So my final solution set is p is greater than or equal to negative 2. So I need to make sure on my number line I've got a negative 2. Don't forget, negatives go backwards, right? So negative 2, I'm going to do a shaded closed circle, and I'm going to shade to the right because my greater than sign points to the right. Okay? So let's talk about this. I know that was easy to do. I know you probably missed it if you're listening, if you're not listening while you're watching this video. If we take the time that we have to divide or multiply by a negative number to solve an inequality, we have to change our inequality sign. In class, I will tell you why. I will show you this entire thing. But in this video, it's a little bit too long, so just take my word for it, okay? So when we did the divide by negative 15, we end up flipping our inequality. It was a less than or equal to. It's now greater than or equal to, and that does get carried into our graph, okay? Over here, don't worry, part B does not have a negative in it, so we don't have to do any flipping. So we've got 2/3 j equals 26. We are going to divide both sides by 2/3. When I do this, I bet you already took notice that I left a gap underneath the 26, so I can put my 1 under there, bring down my j, my greater than sign. Now I do my complex fraction. 26 times 3 is 78. 78. 1 times 2 is 2. 78 divided by 2 is 39. So j is greater than 39. Okay, on my number line, I need a 39, so I'll start with 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. For my graph, I'm graphing j is greater than 39, so I'm going to use an open circle. Greater than arrow points to the right, so I'm going to shade to the right. Don't forget to shade your arrow. Okay, one more bonus problem for you. This one wraps things up. This is not in your notes. If I were you, I would just find a place to put this problem. This problem is a doozy because you're flipping signs all over the place. Let's just take a look. So this problem says negative 18 is less than or equal to f divided by -4. So I need to focus my attention over here to get that f isolated, and to do that, I need to use the inverse operation. Okay, so what's going on in the problem? It's a division problem. F divided by 4. The inverse of division is multiplication. So what do I multiply by? This exact number down here, because this is what I want to get rid of. So I'm going to multiply by -4. Keep it balanced, multiply by -4 on both sides. Multiplying by a negative on both sides, that's one of the reasons why I have to flip my inequality sign. So right away, I'm going to take care of that. Less than or equal to now becomes a greater than or equal to. What's left on my variable side, my -4's cancel out, so I'm left with an f. A negative times a negative is a positive. 4 times 18 is 72. And my f is on the wrong side. You want your variable to come first, right? So our high-tech flipping maneuver, we're going to do the flip, flip, flip. This is greater than or equal to. Now it's less than or equal to. So this is what I would graph. Now, I'm not going to do my graph right now for the sake of time, but I just wanted you to see that it is possible to have to flip your inequality sign twice in a problem. Don't pre-flip anything, just flip the sign as you go and just use your knowledge of solving inequalities and what needs to be done to do these problems. Okay? Go ahead and do your practice problems. Ask any questions in class tomorrow, and we will talk more about why we're actually doing the flipping of that inequality sign with the negatives. Okay?